Welcome back to Minute with Michael. I'm Michael Horn. Today I'm going to show you a really amateur video of how to change a oil on your 2006 Kawasaki Concours ZG1000. And thank you for coming back to my channel and watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with everybody. Today we're going to be putting in our Mobil 1 Racing 4T oil with a STP Power Sports oil filter S6012. For this oil change today, you're going to have to remove a few bolts. If you're going to look underneath the belly pan here, you've got, no, they're not bolts, they're screws. You've got two screws here underneath the belly pan that's going to need to be removed. Well, looks like there's one that I'm missing that also is going to need to be removed from this side of the motorcycle. And this side of the motorcycle, you've got, once again, looks like I'm missing one there. This screw also to take and remove this belly pan here to get access to your oil filter. A short screwdriver, like this little stubby that I have here, it helps out with your clearance from the ground to get these screws out. Put your screws in a known location so you don't lose them when you go to put your belly pan back on. Also, don't forget to pull your trim away from the edge. There's one more screw right here that I didn't see. Needs to be removed on both sides. Once you've removed that bolt, your pan is going to come down. You want to lower it and wiggle slightly to remove it from the face here. There you go. With the belly pan removed, now you'll be able to see your drain bolt and where your oil filter will go. I would suggest removing the drain bolt first, get as much of the oil out of it as you can, and then remove your oil filter. On this motorcycle, you have just the element that you're going to be replacing, because you remove the oil filter out of the oil filter housing under the motorcycle, and it comes out in pieces. Alright, this is your housing, the top that gets removed and replaced and reused. This is going to be the oil filter, and you also have a gasket, an O-ring that keeps it from leaking. Okay, now to get that to separate, doing it with one hand doesn't seem to be beneficial. Now you get to wiggle it a little bit here, and the filter removes, and you have a spring that stays on the inside. You take your new filter. You get a new filter and you get a new O-ring. Here's your new filter and a new O-ring. Clean off your cover here. And of course, the new O-ring jumps right back in your way when you don't need it to be there. Well, the piece of wood off the ground wasn't doing the trick to get the O-ring out, so I got my little pick to work its way out of the edge here. There we go. Now we got the old O-ring out. Clean it up here real well and so that we can put the new O-ring in. Then you place your new filter, place your spring back on, place your new filter down onto it, and there's a rubber grommet up here on the top of your filter that if you don't be careful about it, will jump right out. It's on both ends, by the way. Take a little bit of oil, place it on your new O-ring and lube it up a little bit. You don't want a dry O-ring. Make a good seal. I'm going to try to press it down into the groove so that it doesn't miss a line when you put it back on the motorcycle. Clean it up once again for any kind of debris it may be on your hands. And then I clean off the oil surface where that O-ring goes. That way it's got a nice clean place to go. As you no doubt realized, I made a mistake. Now I need to remove the oil filter once again because I didn't place this top cap back on. Now that we got the top cap back on, we can reinstall. And I placed the drain plug back on. By the way, this is a 17mm drain plug and 17mm bolt to remove the filter. And here on the left hand side of the motorcycle, we got our fill plug. Let's pull that off. I'm going to use a funnel just so I don't make a big mess. And put our oil in. I'm going to use Mobil 1 Racing 4T oil. You can choose whatever oil you're going to use. I don't know what you out there in internet land suggest, but this is what I'm going to use. As you may be able to see here, right there is your sight glass, and that's where you're going to tell whether or not you're high or low on this particular bike on your oil level. If you can see, there's a line here and there's a line down there. When you want to be in between those lines, I'm a little on the high side at the moment, and I still yet to ride the bike and put it down off of its kickstand or to check its actual level. And that's all today's video on how to do an oil change on a Kawasaki ZG1000. Thanks for liking and subscribing my video, and tell everybody about it. Let's make this channel grow and help bring my Philippine fiance over here and my little boy Tyler. Thank you very much.